Alright guys, welcome back to the automotive channel. Today we got parts for the Chevy Celebrities 87 and the 89. Well, it's getting late, but we got light. So where do I even begin? So I found a parts car. It's an 87 to 89 Chevy Celebrity base model, and it's got the 2.5 Iron Duke automatic 3-speed trans. Well, I posted a bunch of stuff on the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and this whole passenger side is completely slammed in. I mean, so bad that the passenger door is actually sitting in the middle. And I'm really shocked and surprised that the people that were in the car that were driving it that day even made it alive. The back door is not really that bad. It's mainly right in the middle of that crease of the pillar, and the door and the fender all smashed in. The engine, transmission, and the wheels on it, and tires, and a bunch of other things, as you can see here, I took off of it. And so we got marker lights. We got another grill. Well, actually it was the chrome grill. I just swapped it out just to see what it would look like. I got to get two other taillights off the car. I still need to get the front bumper off of it, and a few other things, but I did get the rear bumper with the rear molding. I got to clean it up with some chrome mother's polish. This stuff right here is the best thing to use for chrome. And I got the hubcap off of it because the 89 over there is missing the Chevy emblem, so I swapped that out. And now we got a bunch of all the emblems. I got the under dash cover that goes underneath the steering column, and then I got the blue one off of that for the 89 over there. I got the front side moldings for this because, well, mine are destroyed, and that one over there is completely gone. I got the marker lights. They're in perfect condition. This car only had 149,000 miles on it, and it was totaled. So I'm guessing everything on it, like engine, transmission, is probably perfect because it's never really been driven that much. I painted the side pieces around it black. Let's see here. We got the other piece for the bumper. It's actually, yeah, it goes on the bumper itself. And got an AGR valve for the 89 because, well, this one's a lot better than the one that's on it, because the one that's on it's destroyed and it doesn't hold vacuum, and when you shake it there's pieces in it that rattle. I did get the shifter arm. This was not easy to get my hands on. He actually, the guy at the junkyard, it's an older gentleman. He keeps all of these older 80s and 90s cars, like, you know, Buick Skylark, Buick Century, Chevrolet Celebrity, Oldsmobile, Pontiac 6000, I mean, all kinds of them. But he told me he wouldn't be able to get this, but I actually got in there myself and got it. Even though it's torn, this whole piece right here to here I'm missing on the 89, so at least it's better than nothing. I got the vent for that one door. I got, this is the rear for the 89 because it's completely gone. And then, like I said, a bunch of emblems. I got two mud flaps off of it as well. Yeah, and then the trim moldings that go around the wheel wells. So let's see what we can get done. So right into it, you can see it's completely gone, and this at the bottom doesn't even hold, it moves. But it's severely cracked. Passenger side, it's not so bad. This one's actually still in good shape, but it is cracked. Headlight's cracked too, and I'm thinking about getting it off of that car, but the piece inside for the bulb is broke, so I'm not really 100% sure. So I got this. We're just going to go ahead and replace them all. In case you're wondering, it's a T15 Torx bit. Looks like that. It's a star, as everybody calls them. And there's two of them. One up top, one at the bottom. Once you got both of them out, well, you just wiggle it. There's a clip right here that locks it inside to this piece right here, the fender. Turn it counterclockwise and she pops right out. Lay that to the side just in case as a backup. Not throwing any of these parts away. Now he did cut the wiring, so that's a brand new bulb, so we'll just stash that to extra parts. Should be yellow. If it's not, you need to change it. It's supposed to be an amber color. And later on I'm going to change these to LEDs. God, it looks so much better. Basically just line it up. And it just pops right in. Put the screws back in there. Same thing for the other side. And then, of course, always turn the lights on. That really makes it look good. Both of them work. Next. Alright, so now we're in the floor. Underneath the column, this is the piece. Now it does have the trunk release. Mine doesn't have that. There's a lot of things that this thing doesn't have that it should, that I thought that would have be on it. It being a Eurosport model. But anyway, you can see got some cracking here. There's a chunk missing. There's a big hairline crack right there. And I've had this panel off before, and there's nothing but spider web of somebody taping this together and using that adhesive stuff to hold it together. So anyway, at least I got a hole in it, so that'll make it easier for me to install a switch for either some lights I'm thinking about putting on the car, like fog lights, or something else. Get this junk out of here. Need that where we're going. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Should be holding this baby on. Huh. Or not. Maybe only 3 screws holding it on. Okay then. Yeah, you can totally see the crack. And if I flip her around, yeah buddy, look at that mess. Hey, it worked. I'm not complaining, but I cannot stand using that stuff. Now, like I said before, I'm not throwing any of these parts away that I'm taking off the car. I'm using them as a backup, so just in case I either find another celebrity that might be missing these pieces, or something might happen to this car that I might need those pieces back. So, one thing I don't have is this, I don't have rear defrost. I don't have the spot for it up here. I don't have the cigarette lighter. And, but there's wires for something. There's something here. It goes to something, that's a black, so it's got to be a ground. I don't know what jerry rigging was going on here. No clue where that goes, but looks like another ground or something. I need to figure that out. And all this sketchiness. This thing is fat. Usually they're tucked up more than that. There's a lot of wiring up in here. Should be tucked up more than that. Some white paper. It does have the tack. It's way up in there. I'm gonna wire up one of those babies. I got one of these from the junkyard, came out of a Ford, and I'm gonna put that in here eventually. Not in this video, but another time, another place. What is this? What is that? Ah, jeez. Alright, hopefully that's better lighting for you. And here's that wire I was tugging on. Some of this stuff I'm curious about. it doesn't look factory to me, but it could be. But it just, they got a male connector or a female, it looks like male, it's just pronged into this right here, and it runs all the way up the steering column all the way to right here. You can see that wire right there, and that's the turn signal switch with cruise control and the wipers. So I don't know why that's like that, but I guess that's supposed to be. Who knows? Might as well get a vacuum cleaner while I'm in here, you know? I mean, alright, so now after finally cleaning and tucking and checking wiring and such, just a bunch of extra bullcrap. This guy, I believe, went here for the cigarette lighter as a ground. Somebody came in here for some reason. I guess they didn't see the wire, or maybe there's something wrong with it, and it blows fuses. I have no clue. I don't want a chance sitting in the car better than ground overnight. So I guess I'm going to leave it for now, even though I don't use a cigarette lighter. I don't like these. These are cheap, especially when it comes to wiring. I like to cut this out and put a shrink wrap butt connector in here and put that back together, and that needs to be taken off of that. I don't like any of that. Alright, so that's done. Whew, that took way longer than it should have. I tucked up everything, so now it's not showing, it's not so fat right here hanging down anymore, showing any wires. And I really like that location of that, so definitely going to be putting something here for a switch for something that I'll need. I don't have a light here as for the other side. I don't understand why that whole part right here is missing. The little part that the socket sits in for that interior light is there, but the wiring and the bulb part is gone. I don't know where that's at, but that's for another time. This I need to fix. The sliders for the ashtray are broke, but it does go in. It just it's, you know, it's not the best, but and I had I've got like 4 cases of screws, nuts, and bolts and things like that, so I had to fix everything. I was missing some things, so all looks good now. Now I gotta move on to the next thing. Yes, it does have a transmission leak. Not messing with that right now. It's actually a CV axle seal on the end, but anyhow. So we're gonna be tackling the end bumper piece. It is broke, so what I may do is take off the good one off of the 89, put this one on the 89, take the one that's on the 89, put it on this car. But for now, because I don't have anything, I'm just going to swap this out. But we first got to get the other piece that's on here off. What's awesome is the 2 nuts, 10 millimeters right here, are easy to get to, so I knocked those out since I got an open gap. Putting it back on though is going to be the pickle. Then I got those 3 tins up there. 1, 2, 3. And then this bottom line, as you can see, so get my hands up in here. 1 right there, 1 right there, and 1 right here. And then on up in there, there's 2 more tins. So they really made sure that this plastic piece was not coming off at all. I think I finally got it out. Jeez. Yeah, it sucks that was damaged because it color matched and it has the red strip. But I can always take this one and some red paint and touch it up and make it red. And I can always mask this off and paint it black at the bottom. Nobody will ever know. So yeah. Whew. A lot of cussing and swearing, and finally got it out. Okay, so now the side piece is mounted and put on. And yeah, it's pouring down wet. I can't even lay down anymore. All my tools and crap's wet. The parts are wet. It's blowing all in. So, and it's just getting worse. It's getting the camera wet. So, well, I guess we're going to be adding a part 2 to this. So, stay tuned for the 89. And, should be more parts too coming in that I have ordered for the car. And, yeah. So, if you like this video and you like this type of content, let me know. I appreciate it. Give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks.